really don't think we should be doing benchmarks.
Come on. I honestly think we can sort it.
No, I'm putting my foot down.
Listen. Just do what I tell you, and it'll be over soon.
Then, what did you do?
The same thing happening again. All over. Bad touch. Bad touch.
Coming up on this Linux Gamecast Weekly, we're launching another A Way of Give. Steam reaches 1.07%, while Left 4 Dead 2 is both in and out of beta. We explain, and it's all lies, damn lies, and bundles. Then we're going to throw the review chairs faster than light. All this, plus your hate mail. Let's go. Are you looking to promote your upcoming Kickstarter, Indiegogo, or Steam Greenlight project for as little as 35 wet stinky cashes? Send us a note at show@linuxgamecast.com for more information. Welcome back to another Linux Gamecast Weekly, the show that covers the latest Linux gaming news, reviews, how-tos, and basically whatever else we come up with. This week, it's a bit mental, to be honest with you. Steam shows that Linux is at 1%. We are the 1%. Silence will fall, but it does have a Kickstarter, and lawn chairs shall travel faster than light. And if you're wondering and you can't read, I'm Vince Stone, the human being behind the board running the business. It's the least desirable of all the jobs, but joining me every week, my Canadian heterosexual life partner, Massa Sving.
Way to deny our love on air, Ven.
Anyway,
Way to deny our love.
Up next, Porto Rage,
Well,
who is extra hot this
I'd rather
evening.
have an unpleasant job, I tell you this right now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Extra
no one really wants to be paid. That's like the worst.
Last but not least, Shot Realm. That is you,
Our
the people
favorite
who hate
member
us
of the
so
LGC.
much that they show up every week to watch us live. If you're not watching us live, you should be watching us live.
LinuxGamecast.com/live.
They hate us so much, they donate money so they can continue to watch this train wreck every
They
week.
donate money? What is this nonsense? How could such a horrible feat be possible? But I guess we'll get to that in a bit. How are you, Ven?
Oh, not so good.
Not so good?
No, not so good.
Hear you having some car troubles.
Not really car troubles. At the end of the day, I have been screeching over to the notes.
I don't know what I did with my life. I have to read it off the script.
Let me read this
Burp.
script.
Just so I don't offend anyone in particular, I was asked, nay, demanded, that I purchase a responsible, something she can drive, car, motoring vehicle, if you will.
Bye, Dr. Girlfriend.
And we've kind of ruled out the V8 conversion Miata, which I think would be wicked fun.
Damn.
Mazda.
Yeah, rear-wheel drive, nice little 305 in the front, zoom, zoom.
Zoom, zoom, zoom.
So I'm looking at a Chrysler Crossfire with a Mercedes supercharged engine in it, which you could buy from factory. And, man, dealers are sketchy. We're not talking about, Bob's dealers. We're talking about going to, here's, and we're selling it, in our used lot. And I bring a little MasterTech. If you don't know what a MasterTech is, you're not a petrol head, and try to plug it into OBD2 sensor, and it's like, I've had two different guys say, oh, you can't do that. It's like I'm about to buy a supercharged Mercedes engine in an American car. I'm going to do that. We're talking about this is going to be a 15,000 quid. Yeah. Your turn.
All right. Well, I've been on call this week, so this has been fun. It's been busy. It was
What
the
does
4th of July,
on
which
call
means that
mean?
everything had to go to shit.
How did that work out?
Oh, Ed, I got one more day left, but I think I'm gonna
All right,
make
Master Swing, tell me, what does Thanksgiving Day mean in Canada?
it. If you're referring to some sort of Friday noir, then such a concept. Honestly, Black Friday happens here the same days that it happens in the U.S. because all these companies who run these stores are U.S. based companies.
But didn't you just have Canada Day a couple days back? Huh?
Yes, we had Canada Day on Monday.
What do you do that? Build a log cabin and kill yourself?
No, shoot fireworks and get drunk. Not in that order.
Huh. And the hottest
Sounds
man.
legit.
The hottest man in Portugal.
The man who stays
It's
up
not-
at 2 a.m. in the morning.
Well, I stay up until usually around 6, 7, which is when we're wrapping up. But yeah, it's not that I'm hot as in good looking, it's hot that it's...
No, Pedro. No
to
one
give
would
you
make
an
that
idea-
mistake.
What was that, Master Swing?
No one would make that mistake, Pedro.
Support.
To give you an idea, it's 3 a.m. right now here, and it's 29 Celsius outside.
That's about 90... Whoa, what did you say?
Yeah,
It's about 30
it's
degrees
29
outside at night.
29 Celsius.
That's 90-something Fahrenheit.
Yeah.
For
ish.
America.
And
For the one country in the world who uses Fahrenheit.
2, actually.
2.
Yep.
Who's number 2 again?
Oh, I can't even remember. It's fantastic living in America, though. Hello.
America.
From our Athens office.
Yeah, wave to the lovely NSA people.
Hey, they're already spying on our calls.
But yeah, besides the heat, I attempted to start a Linux Let's Play, as some of you may have seen. And
Never heard of that. What is that?
Yeah, it was an idea. It crossed my mind. Actually, I've been wanting to do it for a few years now, and I decided, why not? Let's give it a shot. I failed miserably in the audio department. I'm still trying to figure out what the hell's going on. But
Can I ask you a question?
Sorry, I didn't hear that.
Can I ask you a question?
Oh shoot.
Why are you failing miserably in the audio department?
Yeah, I can't seem to get the game audio in sync with the video. I mean, the voice sounds fine.
If I was a betting man, and
Yes,
I
but
was watching
you
something
have-
completely synced over different frame rates from different cameras with compositing layering that you think is an FFmpeg command that would work, it won't.
Yeah. As I've come to learn.
But it looks good, and it looks like Shatrel followed you up on that little Reddit post where you were like, oh, you went full metal emo on that, though.
Yeah,
Oh,
no,
they
it's
hate
just
me.
I
They hate
posted.
me. I'm gonna go cut myself.
I got razor blades.
I only posted the second episode because, I mean, the first one was especially bad, but the second one, yeah, why not? Let's post this one just to see what people say. People said nothing. I got downvotes like
Yeah, but then
Lot of 'em.
these horrible,
To
horrible
be fair,
people.
when I saw that comment of yours about being downvoted to hell, I was so tempted to downvote you.
Oh, I
just
gave
out
it
of
a
spite.
downvote.
yeah,
So
but
like, well,
that's the
he asked
thing.
for it.
People on Reddit do not like me. They don't. They really don't. And that's
And he's
what
just
I
figuring this
assumed
out
would
now.
be the issue.
Yeah.
Anyways, so Ben, you mentioned something about getting money from people.
Well, I like to call it whoring ourselves out, but do as you will with your nasty man dancing.
Oh, yes.
Wow.
You can go to linuxgamecast.com/podcast to click on our lovely RSS feeds for our lovely SD video, HD video,
We're
and
even
SD
on
audio.
iTunes.
Yes, we are on iTunes as well, for those of you who are on the MacBooks or on the Windows. But you should really get off that. Why are you on there if you're watching Linux Gamecast?
Yep.
Anyways, we have our Amazon affiliate links. Click on those before you buy stuff off Amazon. And we get a bit of a cut. Tiny little thing to help us out. Doesn't cost you anything if you're going to buy stuff already. Plus, we got our wonderful, wonderful Donato buttons that get you some wonderful little benefits for a one-time donation.
Explain.
I will. I'm getting to that, Mr. Interrupty Pants.
Hey, Jordan.
Hey, Ven.
Moo.
That. Anyways, one-time donation gets your name on the Donato board of Doom. And $10 a month gets you a month's access to show notes. And, by the way, someone donated $40 this week. John W. gets the shout-out this week.
Oh, check him out. John W.
Oh,
40
yeah.
quid. And we will have his shameless plug available, because that is something that you can do when you do that.
Oh yeah, you can whore yourselves out via us whoring ourselves out. It's wonderful. But anyways, we also got a recurring donation of about $3.50 a month.
Sea
Kick us
monsters.
some pocket change. Maybe not take a ride on the bus. Help us out. And if you give us a recurring donation of $10 a month, your name is on the Donato board. You get a shameless plug, and you get access to our show notes.
How about,
you get to watch the sausage before it gets made.
How about
as we slaughter all those Linux cows.
Maybe we could sweeten the pot a little bit.
Oh. What do you got, Ven? What are you gonna pull out of your magical, horrible bago tricks?
Well, it turns out, Pedro, do you remember that we played a game of Oregon Trail a couple?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, we didn't release that, did we?
That was so horrible.
Yeah, it kind of was. But anyways, so I think what Ven's getting at is if you donate $10 a month, you get access to that wonderful little train wreck, and you get to watch us crash and burn.
It's brilliant.
But if you don't have
listen.
any wet, stinky cash, you can just spread the word. Go like us on
Look
Facebook.
at that e-stalking guide right there.
Yeah, we have an e-stalking guide for Twitter, Google+, Facebook, and YouTube. And again, we got our Chat Realm BBS.
Chat
You
Room
can-
Official. Now, this is going to blow your mind. I'm Tom Duchesne.
This is
Tom,
we got two Chat Realms now. We got Chat Realm BBS and we got Chat Realm Prime, which is on Freenode under #LGC-weekly.
I didn't know he could read.
Oh, Tom Duchesne.
So he's here and he understands that it is official. This is Chat Realm. It's got a bit of a pulse going. We
Yes, and it has a
not
dick on
mind
it.
Keeping up all that fun stuff, but I'm sorry to interject again. You were about to talk about the Ubes.
Oh, yes, I was going to talk about our youtube.com/LinuxGamecast page where we have all our videos, all our players, our B-reels, our how-tos. Lots of good stuff. Go watch all those videos nonstop. Good stuff.
You got a very good-looking guy right there.
Oh, yeah, look at Pedro's puckering face. And speaking of Pedro,
Wow.
we got a Facebook page run by that clown. Tell him about it, Pedro.
Every now and again, Ven has a strange idea. This latest one was putting me in charge of the Linux Gamecast official Facebook page. If you want to drop us a like there, keep up to date with us. If you're not on Twitter or on Google+, that's the place to go, right there.
Sounds legit. But
Yeah.
Seems legit.
we have our second favorite keyway.
Oh, yes, we have our favorite subreddit, Linux_gaming. Beat with the ugly stick, but back with a vengeance. So
What's it
check
about?
that out. Lots of stories that we feature on the podcast get posted there. In fact, I would say that's where we do the bulk of our research. So, join the discussion there,
place to
post some
look.
stories.
Yeah, look at that, man. I mean, vote, downvote. I mean, things going on right now.
We're something like the semi-unofficial
PCX
podcast of Linux_gaming.
That's kind of the thing we're talking about. Guys working with the PCX, PCX, PSX,
PCSX,
PSP, PCP.
Anyways,
PlayStation
lots of good conversation over there. Join, subscribe, post some stuff, upvote, downvote, all that good stuff. But then we like to educate the childrens here.
No, we don't.
We don't.
Nope.
We're not gonna educate some childrens.
Please educate us, Ven. Please.
Set us on your knee of knowledge and give us your public service announcements.
I don't want to get arrested again.
Please.
Well, it's not 12-year-old boys anymore. It's grown men.
Here's
Oddly
our
enough,
PSA
turns them
for
on
the week.
even more.
Quiet you. See? Oh, anyone keeping count? Take a shot.
That's one.
That's one. You really got me there, didn't you?
Oh, we're still waiting on the Nazi comments. There we go.
I do not see the purpose of that.
Take another shot. Chat realm. Enjoy. Strike Suit Zero. Play games. Use Linux. Oh, I don't know. Being a betting man, that you're watching a live stream of Linux
remember,
Gamecast.
we are BIOS Gamecast, not Linux Gamecast.
Dying of fire. We'd love your help for the Linux beta of SSZ. All right, that's a gay name in a bad way. No, it's like a snake with a lisp. We're about to launch email.
Anyways.
All right, here. This is the deal. Strike Suit Zero. Check this out. It's a thing. It looks really neat. Pedro, you had some words to say about it.
Kido Senshi Gundam.
That's
all I got.
I don't know.
No,
the game kind of looks interesting, but I don't think I want to pay $20 for it.
It's Mobile Suit Gundam. That's what I got, at least from the trailer.
What
so
do you
far.
mean by that? I mean, I don't know what Gundam is. I've never heard of it.
It's an anime series. The original series actually came out in the 70s. Like,
He's kidding.
no, I'm not. The original
Not
series
you,
was from
dumbass.
1979. And, yeah, it's the first thing that springs to mind when I saw that trailer and saw the ships turning into robots. And I don't know, all you need is an androgynous kid piloting the thing.
You want to cut him off and segue to the next thing? I think we should segue really quickly, perhaps even faster than light. Anyways, we have the fourth A Way of Give, another debate of the ages, and the rules are simple. This week, you're voting on your favorite romantic comedy, Star Trek Enterprise or Babylon 5.
I'm going to take the helm, if you don't mind, love.
All right.
The rules, simple. In your own words, please explain to us, the Linux Gamecast community, best romantic comedy, Babylon 5 or Enterprise. A Way of Give, we're giving away faster than light. Look, they even have a video, and we're not cheaping you out. 3 chances, that's like 3 in stereo, that you have a chance to win. Currently $10.99 if you want to buy it directly. Unless you're an
You
arch
also may
user.
have picked it up at a Humble Bundle as well.
Yep.
And we're good to go.
Yep.
Yeah, so...
So let's stop pouring ourselves out and stop giving away stuff and start doing something about that rank odor.
What's this again?
Why do I immediately cut to Pedro when you say that? Oh, that's because it's like 400 degrees in Portugal, isn't it?
Look at him
Glad webcams
suffer
don't smell.
from heat stroke. This is
And every horse he
secondary
kills.
contest. We are taking bets. How long will until Pedro passes out from heat stroke?
Yeah, I know. Oh, my brain is shutting.
Well, now that Pedro's done stuttering, it's time for an extra truncated Steam
Linux
update
of the week. Yeah.
And we got a brand new hardware survey, and it looks like Linux is listed at 1.07%.
That's less than Tree Fit, eh?
Hey,
That is much less than our projected Tree Fitty. What happened, Linux Gamecast chat realm and fans? We were on this.
Let's scroll down here. See, this is one thing I don't like. You know, I was trying to do the maths myself. And it's like Ubuntu. Oh, I'm not good at maths at all. But what's this doing up here? And
Above Windows XP.
Windows XP 64.
Well, at least we can say we're beating XP 64.
You hear that? All three of you who bought it. Not the guys on Developer Network. You moved on. The three of you actually bought it and still run it.
Congratulations.
Good on you guys, but I do believe the story is we are at 1.07, right, Massa?
Yes, 1.07. We have gone a bit down. Linux Mint actually gained a bit of traction. Linux Mint 64-bit.
15. Yeah. But it's 64-bit only. You see the 32-bit versions? They're nowhere to be seen.
Good.
Now, this is something that I would just make me so happy. Where, Gabe? Where? Call me. Where's our Steam distro?
Yes.
It's in the works. They got to figure out all this, how to strip out and mirror from the latest Ubuntu's and.
Why are they using Ubuntu? I mean, there's Mint. It's basically the same thing without the bullshit.
It would be nice, but does Valve really want to start maintaining their own operating system?
Yeah, if they're gonna make a Steam box, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I might as well apply. I have experience building distributions. I should apply for a job at Valve.
Then we can get that little VPN going where we get the unlimited. That one.
Call me, Gabe.
So
I swear I won't kidnap your children like this gigantic bastard. But anyways, then
Yes,
it looks like we might have left you behind.
Again.
We really didn't. What I'm going to say, Left 4 Dead 2 beta is out of beta, except it's back in beta because beta. Did everyone follow me on this?
Yes, I'm 100% clear on this.
Buler?
Because, yeah, crystal clear.
So, this happened a couple days ago, and I'm like, all right. You got Left 4 Dead 2. We've been playing on Linux. Left 4 Dead 2 beta forever, right? Couple months.
Yeah.
Which, was fantastic. It worked. But then they released Left 4 Dead 2 non-beta. I mean, it was his own standalone bit.
Yep.
It's like, fantastic. We'll do that. Launched it on our Steam box. On our Steam box, our Ubuntu 12.04 LTS 32-bit NVIDIA-powered box.
I love every time he says that.
Yep.
I have a little notepad right next to me, and I tick it every time he says that.
The cute thing is that's the requirements for Steam.
The official ones, anyway.
Yeah, the official ones.
Yeah.
So that makes my point more valid, because it didn't work. I heard it worked on your calculator out of the box.
Yep. Out of the box, as soon as the standalone version was out. I downloaded it. It installed fine. Pushed play. Played, digged around it. Killed a couple of zombies, and it was working fine.
Launched fine for me as well, but I didn't get a chance to install it until today.
The other thing that kind of off me, I mean, it didn't even bother me. I figured it would bother you more, Massive Thing, because it still, with a beta download, installed it, clocked it in like 7 gigs.
Yeah, like it had to download again. That was kind of...
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not on metered bandwidth, but yeah, all right.
I actually downloaded it at 2 a.m. when I not metered, so...
Finally figured out there is a thread of how to get this up and running on our forums if you have a problem with your 1204 LTS 32-bit box. It just libc6 issues, the most stupidest issue. Literally, when I solved this, I was like, this could not possibly be the problem, because I finally broke down and launched it, from CLI, just to read the output, and I was like, what? Then I we'll move that from the server directory because it's a different file size. I was like, oh. I didn't even play the game that day. I just walked off.
Yeah, I saw that thread actually.
Yeah, I went a bit mental about having to deal with all that crap.
But Ven smash when Ven smash.
Ven fix.
One would say he might even go on a crusade.
But we're talking with Pedro, and this is his story, and unfortunately, it's not Crusader Queens.
Hey, I'm all about the queens, but we'll get to that.
He is all about the queens.
This is Crusader Kings 2. It's been updated to version 1.103. And if you're into the RTS genre, the epic RTS genre, which...
You are playing the role of
a lot
the
of
king
people
of Cassie.
it's definitely one of those games you really need in your Steam library. The biggest fixes that... Whoa, there's actually a lot of them. They did some interface corrections, some text bugs, some Wikipedia links not showing up on their Linux, so good on them. They changed a lot in the gameplay. Some text spread fixes, some bugs where creating a kingdom or empire would not always initialize correctly. Fixed an issue with save game corruption after loading a game and saving before unpausing. Damn, that's like sacrificing a goat under the...
Isn't this like a stupidly expensive game, though?
Yes, it is. It's currently €39.99 on Steam.
Yikes!
Yeah,
I'd wait till the sale in August before even thinking about picking that guy up.
I'd wait till the sale too. I was like, oh, why did you throw some lawn chairs at it? That's about the time I'd pick this game up.
But anyways,
it's not an indie game, so you're paying for Paradox's development.
Yeah. I don't know. I guess at the end of the day, with our sparkly hairdos and random banter, it's probably time that we put this dead horse down to a... What type of solution?
It started to decompose. It's a much smaller dead horse this week.
It
Yeah,
is.
it's just tidbits.
Well, it's really starting to rot away. We need to get another horse to beat.
But it's a bit slow this week because America. Which has nothing to do with this fantastic horse, but I think we're about to get into something, Master Sving.
Yes, we're about to get into the news.
And welcome to the news section. So, Ven, I think yours and Jordan's video cards have new drivers. How are those working out for you?
I don't really update my drivers after every release. Generally after 2 or 3.
You know, I
When I get-
normally run the Screeching Ultimate Turbo EP Extender 3000 drivers, and that would bring us to Linux Display Driver x86 Beta 325.08 Beta, just in case the beta kind of fooled you when you first read it. They, at the end of the day, fixed a whole lot of meh. Now,
Meh?
if you got problems, problems.
If you're having video problems, I feel bad for you, son. I got
no,
99
I'm
problems,
sorry,
but a glitch ain't one.
general life problems. Maybe you don't like the cashier at your local mart, where you buy things,
Or that guy at the taco stand. You could have sworn he's spitting in your tacos.
right. This might be the driver for you, but with unscientific testing, we can went through.
AKA our testing.
Yeah, there we go. That's
LGC
Venstone.
testing.
Right there.
Hey, we're at least as scientifically accurate as Pharonics.
We wrote it down. Makes it science.
Totally.
At the end of the day, I think the important thing to point out is the Half-Life 2 Lost Coast, which is a benchmark. 319, it scored 247 with compositing. No compositing, 253. Huge hit. 325, 238 with 244. Now, in all fairness, I've heard reports from people who replied that said they had better experiences with the beta driver under Mint. But unfortunately, our Mint user
Is running an
on the
AMD
end.
graphics chip.
yeah. So that's the thing. If you're running an NVIDIA-powered Steambox like spec, stay away from these. Not because they're bad. If you have problems, yes, use that. If you're not having issues, no. Performance hit.
Sure.
Yeah.
Tell me about...
Fair enough. I mean, I'm the one on the AMD graphics, so
Pedro,
hell do I know?
quit lying to me.
it's a calculator. Your words, man. But let's leave those numbers and get into a different set of numbers, shall we?
Oh,
In this case, yeah, the humble
It's a chart attack.
visualizations.
sheer chart attack.
Yeah, it's literally number crusher porn. Because look
Cruncher,
at that.
Pedro. Cruncher.
Number cruncher, that's what I said.
You said crusher.
I did.
Why
My
don't
bad.
you shut up and let's talk about what this is. This actually outlines everything from the Humble Bundle from Genesis and who's paid the
Yeah.
monies.
Yes.
I don't know who's paid everything. And down, all the way down, close to the bottom, you see the averages over time and the purchases over time. And while Windows leads in the purchases over time, guess who leads in the averages over time with no questions asked, no quarter?
I'm
don't know.
gonna guess SCO Xenix.
You know, I was thinking HPUX, but go ahead. Since we're a Linux gaming podcast, go ahead. Blow our mind. Tell us something.
Linux, all the way. See that blue line on the top there? That's Linux. No Mac user, no Windows user, not even the average even comes close. Okay, Mac comes a bit close, but Linux wins.
Yay!
That's a neat visualization, but, you know, it humbles me. Does it humble you?
Yes. While we're
Oh.
still in humble land, we got a new weekly sale that has 4 days, 15 hours, and 16 minutes as
Cannot-
of this recording, which means that by the time this comes out Sunday night,
I'm
Monday
doing the
morning,
secret
you will
sing-
have 2 days left.
Secret signal. Can I ask you a
What?
question, Master Sven?
Sure. Ask away.
Can I ask you a question, Master Mateus?
Depends on the question.
Giggity. Humble weekly sale. Can we maybe agree to disagree, but I would hope we could all agree to agree that retro graphic platformers, we all grew up playing those, and we don't really care to play those
They
again.
weren't retro when we were playing them.
Right.
Alex Kidd, man. Alex Kidd and Wonderland.
As you were saying,
Sorry
Master
about
Thing, I just needed to get that out of my system, and thank you for allotting me the time.
Yes, but anyways, they have 3 games
Toki
on this weekly scale:
Tori.
Toki Tori, Edge, and Rush. And unfortunately, unlike that game's namesake, this bundle really isn't in the limelight. It's pretty meh.
Mm.
I'm not going for it.
And
But
if
if
you
you-
already purchased the previous bundles, you
Yeah,
already
you
have
have
Toki
these games.
Tori and Edge. Yeah.
But yeah, it's still if you want to donate some money to the EFF or to Child's Play, you can toss them some wet stinky cashes. Honestly, in my opinion, give this one a pass.
I kind of feel that way with the Humble Weekly series like this. Maybe they bit off more chainsaw than they can eat.
Yeah, they don't have enough games to start doing weekly sales.
In all fairness, we don't have enough games.
But we don't sell them either.
Yeah, we kind of need more, AAA titles. Big game companies, I'm looking at you right now.
Well, it's something
Hey,
we didn't bring up earlier. I mean, Steam is like, we're not calling it the summer sale, but here's some things that is like 75% off of every single thing I already own.
Yeah.
So that's...
But you know, AAA titles are coming down the tubes. It'll take a
hopefully.
couple of years.
So now that we've all mentioned our love for AAA titles, how about we get into some more indie
How
ones?
about we stay silent for a bit?
Silence will fall when the name is sent.
You mean
Doctor
line?
Who?
Doctor!
Doctor?
Silence
All
on
right.
the line.
This is not Doctor Who. This is actually Silence on the Line. It's an indie survival horror game.
I've
and if
never
you-
heard of this genre. Indie
It's-
survival.
yeah.
Nobody's ever. It's like nobody has
Nobody
ever put
at all.
themselves in a corner
None.
and
Nope.
played a game
You-
before.
Like the guys in the the guys at Frictional who made Penumbra, Amnesia. Yeah.
Oh no! I've heard of that. They had really boss graphics, but you look at the guy with the little headset in the corner playing a game.
I don't know. Does he jump out? Because, yeah, for me, it didn't exactly
I walked down a
sell me.
corridor for 5 minutes when I played this game.
It didn't exactly sell me. It's one of those. Well, first the graphics. It's Minecraft again. The Minecraft graphics. Enough already. It's and not just that, but
Are you saying nobody
Yet-
can fill your hole except Notch?
precisely.
Your square-shaped
Right
hole.
there. But not just the graphics, the sounds. If you start paying attention to the sounds the ghosts make,
Brrr.
it's one of the
Brr.
soundtracks from the zombies from Minecraft. And if it's not, it's stupidly similar. So, what the hell, guys?
I'm a Nazi
Come
son.
on.
Burp.
Brrr.
Say Kyle. Burp. I
I actually went through the
Sig
comment
herp.
on. I actually went
Hail
through the comments
herpler.
on that IndieDB page, and some people are actually interested on the backstory for the ghosts.
Well, I think at the end of the day, this is available. This is based on, correct me if I'm right, the Unity engine?
Yes, this is a Unity game. It actually blew up my ATI box. I had to... So, I don't know.
What did you do?
I don't know what I did. I ran the game, and then... Oh, alright, so my X sessions crashed. Time to switch terminals. Oh, wait, I can't.
It is called Silence on
Silence
the Line.
on the line. I draw the line at that. Sorry, guys.
Unity game. rock on with it. But, you know, here's the thing. If we're going to make a perfect Eden where we can all live in harmony, this is probably not the right
we need
idea.
some makers.
Nope, this is probably the worst idea I've ever heard.
Oh yeah.
It is?
So this is the Maker's Eden, and this is from screwylightbulb.com. They also have an Indiegogo page. But this is a point-and-click adventure game in the style of a
Jordan?
comic. Yeah?
Bzzz. Right here.
Why?
Play in browser. Nope. That doesn't work.
Play in browser.
So go ahead,
Look
as
at
you were
the
saying, I'll play
player,
the
does
trailer.
not work.
You'll play the play in browser. Because people do that. Anyways.
Get it?
Die.
Die.
But anyways, this is a point-and-click adventure game in the style of the comic books. If you've read Penny Arcade's Automata, it's very similar in tone to that. They have a alpha available you can download off screwylightbulb.com. You get all of like maybe 3 puzzles before it ends. And these two didn't get too far in it. I made it through the entire thing.
So, aren't you like a sexually deprived robot in need of
I am a sexually
Viagra?
deprived robot, which is great because you're playing one in the game as well. I was instantly immersed. I like the art direction of it, but the art itself can get a bit cringeworthy.
Yep.
Yeah,
right
well,
there.
The intro was something
Though
broken. I
they
need
did
to
say
click
that
on
that art
things.
isn't final, so
Pedro, what were your thoughts?
Personally, I only got to that part when the conversation ends, and you see a radio on the dresser, and there's a window to the side. I open the window, and I flick to the radio, and I see, 3 knobs. Oh, they changed the numbers. Oh, wait. My character's ID thing has 3 numbers. What was the ID number again? I started the whole thing again, just so I could get the number. Punched it into the radio. The game started to proceed. Of sorts.
So here's
And-
what you do: you grab the towel and you zipline across the clothesline, where you go to another building and meet another robot.
Oh, yeah. I didn't get that far. That's because as soon as I punched it into the radio, I'm like, oh, this is going to be one of those games. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, click everything and backtrack a lot because.
Yep.
But yeah,
Apparently, I'm the only
eventually-
person that felt the
eventually you make it
chainsaw.
through.
But yeah, it was a thing.
But the tone is nifty. They want $10,000 for it off their Indiegogo
Oof.
campaign.
Yeah.
It's
That's
a
a bit-
reasonable goal. They got 10 days left, and they're about a fifth of the way there. I don't think they're gonna make it. But
Well, 12 days.
if you're a fan of point and click games, if you're a fan of film noir and cyberpunk, then this might be for you. Check that out. It's at screelylightbulb.com.
You gotta admit, it has a bit of a Blade Runner punkish.
Yeah, Blade Runner, Automata, William
Yeah.
Gibson type thing. If you're into that. But speaking of robots,
Hang on. What are you saying?
And
yeah?
if they do get around to, juicing up the art, I could get
They
it
did,
behind
like I
that,
said,
but-
they did say that it's not final artwork in the alpha.
Yeah. But yeah, now that we've talked about Indiegogo for a bit, let's screech on over to Kickstarter.
Yeah,
And,
robots and
uh,
crowdsourcing. How about that?
Wait, I mean McBot? I mean
Wait.
McDroid.
Wait, isn't this out already though? I mean,
Yeah, I have a copy of the game.
I've had a couple
Yeah.
of
We
games.
did a review of this a couple weeks ago.
We've even
Hey.
done a players.
yep.
So here's the thing, the McDroid guys, and they try to make a case, though. So Pedro, make the case for them.
Yes.
Looking at that dollar amount, that doesn't look too promising.
Nope.
Not at all. They're looking for $35,000, and they want to complete the story, debug, balance the game, add a companion robot with a laser head
Hey,
that
look,
stays
he's doing a Pedro.
No, I'm on the.
Oh
top
man,
right part.
I hope they paid some good money for those red alert sounds from Star Trek.
No, I think those sirens are open, so... Yeah. They have the companion robot with a laser head, and add one extra McDroid model with some different stats to differentiate the gameplay a little bit, hopefully.
So honestly, gentlemen, I got to step in and say, this game has been around for pushing 2 years, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
We got it on Desura. They have a...
According to Pizza Dude, they shut off sales on Desura.
Oh, they did?
Mm.
That might be something to verify, but...
Yeah, we'll look on that. Thank you, Pizza Dude. In Chat Realm, you guys
Shot realm.
are infinitely helpful. What they want for this money, they want to complete the story, debug, balance, and something else. That's
35K is a bit steep, considering
like the public
everyone
has
already
spoken.
owns this game.
Yeah, I mean
Yeah.
the game's there. It's a fun game, right?
Yeah, it's not.
It
It's
is.
not bad for a tower defense.
You enjoyed our time together, didn't you, Pedro?
Very much so. You and Zimmer kept me so warm that evening.
It was a fantastic. It was the best of times, and
Also, the worst of times.
no homo.
But
Um,
before we get too much ahead of ourselves, let's take a look at the first two tiers. Let's
Oh,
call it
yeah?
that.
Oh, we
Yeah.
have tears.
Yeah.
Salty
The-
tears.
Oh, this isn't
First
like
two-
when I visit Pedro. This is a different type of tears. All right, go ahead.
$10. Get a copy. Limited.
Yep.
5 of 13 left. $10. Get another copy.
We got copies everywhere.
So yeah, the first two tiers, one is limited, the other isn't, and they both give you exactly the same rewards. What the hell, guys? If you're going to run a Kickstarter for a game that's already out, for the most part, and people already own it, at least make the tiers into something people might actually want. You don't have two tiers of the exact goddamn thing.
What do you
And,
mean?
you
There's
know-
got to be a fun tip. 10 grand. Fly. We fly you
can
over.
Yeah,
fly
they'll
over and
fly
hang
you
out
over
with
there.
McDroid.
And we go eat some nice food. I'm not saying my
Well,
English is
$10,000
very
for a
good.
free meal.
My English is better than this.
And we go eat some nice
Also, we may play laser. You're not being funny at this point. It just looks kind of sad.
or go
Estimated
river
delivery.
rafting. Oh, and credit front page, sir. Okay, no. Enough making fun of these guys. The game is awesome.
We should.
It is.
Yeah, it's a fantastic game. Multiplayer
Yeah.
works. And last
Yep.
time, me and Pedro tried to play it. All the developers jumped in the middle of our live stream. It was like,
We were the
okay.
only ones playing the game online, apparently, so...
Well, that about wraps it up for McDroid. But then, apparently, something interesting has crawled down the inner tubes.
It's Lutris.
Lutris.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
What is Lutris, though?
I've been asking myself this question all fucking week.
Wait. There's something on their website. Here. Lutris is a game platform for Linux. Thanks to community-provided installers, you spend less time setting games up and more time playing. Free and open-source games are available right from this website. Oh, so it's like the Sura.
It's
No, Steam.
No.
I compiled it and I ran it, and it's actually kind of interesting because you can set up like emulator games on there too. So I thought that was kind of neat. But at the same
Explain.
time, yeah, like you can set up like emulated games. So if you have like PCSX or Gens or SNES 9X installed, you can say, "Oh, I want to play Earthbound," and launch it from this console.
Oh, but you still have to have the emulator installed.
You still have to have the
Does-
emulator installed. You still have to set it up.
Yeah.
It's kind of nifty if you're building an arcade box, but kind of useless at the same time.
So you're saying maybe on your Steam box as a secondary...
a secondary
Yeah,
session just
for
that.
non-Steam games, because it can also handle wine stuff as well.
No?
Okay, but then again, Steam can also handle wine stuff. I mean,
Well, not simultaneously, but
I guess at the
Wait,
end of the
yeah.
day, neat idea.
not
Possibly
really.
a bit late.
A bit late.
To the party. Because
I mean-
then again, Desura's, I mean, it's failed, right?
Yeah,
Desura's
Desura
dying
is
a very
there
slow
to.
death.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, I think Steam has pretty much sat their asses down at the throne and are refusing to get up.
Valve holds monopoly in one more operating system, and I don't mind it.
Masses thing, you were a packager for Fedora. Tell
Yep.
me, use case scenario for this.
If I were to build a Linux gaming distribution to exhibit the gaming capabilities of Linux, and I wanted an easy console to get all the Linux games and emulated games and whatnot in one place, I might consider using something like this.
But
But-
then again,
I personally do not have a use for it. I know you guys don't have a use for it. It's a nifty little project, but it doesn't really have a place anywhere.
there are already entire distros dedicated to.
Well,
Yes.
yes, exactly. So while it is a cool little idea, and as I was going through it, I was like, huh, that's nifty. Again, there's not really all that much that's special about it. But check it out. You need Python. You need some Python libraries.
It's going to be in the show notes. What is that?
Yeah, this is
Lutris.net.
Lutris.net, by the
Yeah.
way.
I mean, check
And
them out.
if you're using Mint or Ubuntu, it's just download the deb. It'll install the PPA.
The RPM conflicts with a package. You can just force install it. I just compiled it because I'm lazy.
Bingo. That's the way to do it. So, isn't that going to do something?
Yeah, that
I
wraps
think
it up.
that about wraps it up for the news. Up next,
But coming up
we've got
next,
chairs.
we're gonna throw some chairs faster than lights, as Ben said earlier. Ray shields, arm photon torpedoes. It's time for that favorite time of the week. It's time to throw some lawn chairs at a game.
What's
This
that,
week-
Masses thing?
What's that?
Chairs?
It's our crazy Linux Gamecast review system, Zom.
What's
And
this
this
about
week-
lawn chairs? It sounds mental.
Well, I'm gonna get to that, Mister Interrupty Pants again. This week
No.
we're reviewing FTL, and that's on FTLgame.com. You can pick it up for $10 there, or you can get it on Steam, or occasionally it's featured on the Humble Bundles.
Now,
So you can
I
pay what you
heard
want for
some rather mental people were giving this away.
Yes, we are giving copies of this game away again. Rewind back to the beginning of the episode where you can vote on your favorite romantic comedy, Babylon 5 or Star Trek Enterprise. But anyways, our chair-based review system is incredibly convoluted.
Hang on.
So you want me to talk about the game? Now you want me to
Yes.
talk about the game? I see how it goes. Okay, so FTL.
So what
is
about the
a
categories,
spaceship
man?
Yeah, what about categories? Anyways, FTL is a spaceship simulator
No, let's talk
slash
about this
roguelike,
category.
blah blah blah.
Come on,
Time to
come
get to the
on, come on,
categories.
come on.
'Cause you know what? Fuck you, Vin. Categories of Doom. We got 4 categories. Makes with the working, shiny sounds, controls, and funds. Makes with the working means does it work? Shiny and sounds, is it pretty? Does it sound pretty? Do we like it aesthetically? Controls are how well does it control? Do our carpal tunnel riddled arms and legs collapse at the
I mean,
mere
wanna
sight
know
of these
about that.
controls, or are they fun, intuitive, etc., etc.? And finally, the one
Chesplanation.
subjective category, fun. But now we got the chair explanation. 1 chair means it's complete garbage. Don't even look at it. Get it away from me. 2 chairs means that it's decent. Maybe you want it, maybe you don't. It really depends on the type of person you are. 3 chairs means that it's all around pretty good, and we have no real issues with it. 4 chairs means it's perfect. Oh my god, I can't stop orgasming. Why can't I stop? But
So that's kind of been you.
Yeah.
most of the show, right?
Oh, absolutely. Oh, not quite. I'm not. I'll get into that a bit later, but I'm not giving FTL 4 chairs.
Yeah, well,
But anyways, let's
start off
let's
with
get on
makes
to
for
the
the
review
working.
systems. Let's
Make-
get on to the review.
Yeah.
Ben, does it work?
Makes for the working. Yes, on our Ubuntu 12.4, 32-bit NVIDIA-powered system, guess what? It works out of the box. Now you have two systems.
I have 2 systems. I test things on an AMD system and I test things on an NVIDIA system because I'm super crazy like that.
Canadian.
So I would have given it 4 chairs if not for it crashing mate the first time I ran it on my ATI box. So I'm going to give it 3 chairs, even though on the NVIDIA box, which is really what you should be using if you're running Linux,
3
it works
chairs?
out of the box. So 3. P-Man.
Hey, man.
Yeah.
bring it.
I am also running an AMD graphics chip. Fortunately for me, I'm not running Mate. I'm using KDE. And on my end, out of
You
the
mean
box.
unfortunately?
Nope, no, I mean fortunately. 4 chairs, no problems. Silky smooth.
Runs out of the box, this business, as it did. But up next, we do have that secondary category, which is kind of split in 2 if you look at it. It's called Shiny and Sounds. It's borderline squirrel, but we're kind of at that. But our total what makes for the working?
3 chairs.
Oh, you guys are going to make me... Yeah, nah. All right. 3 chairs. Fine. I went back and did that. Doing it live.
Doing it live!
Doing it live. Switching.
Oh.
So, Shiny and Sounds. Let's get back to this ridiculousness. Shiny. Yeah, all right. Yeah, that's a thing. Sounds. That's also a thing. Have nothing to do with this game. I honestly wanted to give it 1 chair, since I loathe retro graphics, and I tried to take a vote earlier this evening that we should ban anything that says retro pixels and platformer from Linux Gamecast Weekly. We
That would exclude just about 90% of Linux
didn't
games.
get everything.
Yeah.
Didn't get everything.
That horse is more beat to death than our Steam Linux update of the week. But
Yep.
When it comes to sounds, audio is Full Metal Beep Boop. I hear some people enjoy that. I would rather a proper Pantera album, to be honest with you.
a vulgar display of power indeed.
2 chairs. Where's he gone now?
I ate him and then I pooped him out and flushed him down the toilet. He caused the claw guy to really go at it with the plunger. But anyways, for Shiny and Sounds, the game graphically, for what it is, I mean, the graphics are adequate. They're not horrible. They're not terrible. They're not terrific either. But when you're trying to do an overview of spaceship and abstract space combat and whatnot, you got to make do with what you have. And I think this game does a fairly good job of that. As for the sounds, I like the chiptunes.
It's kind of like Star Trek Online on a budget, right?
Yeah, you know what? It really, I think the music for me at least, gives a really good sense of the emptiness of space. So I liked it. I'll give it 3 chairs.
3 chairs. This is going to be difficult since only you and I have shared the emptiness of space, but
Yeah.
Carbon-based entity.
I think we can let one guy chime up.
Speak.
Yeah. Well, like, I'm gonna agree with Jordan on this one and say that I love the chiptunes. They fit stupidly well with the game, and it.
Whoa! I didn't say love. Way to put words in my mouth, buddy.
I don't think he's your buddy guy.
In your mouth, but yeah. I do love the chiptunes. The graphics, though, they're nothing spectacular.
Come on,
the
look at
kinda
that.
game-
That's mind-blowing. I mean, this is the pinnacle.
Okay, I'll be fair and say that for the kind of game that it is, it fits, but unfortunately, it's not 4 chairs worthy. So for me, it gets 3.
Ooh.
Yup.
Well, time to do some hardcore math action.
Wow.
Get your calculators, kids.
My brain, it hurts. It's 3 chairs.
3 chairs. And what's that category, Master Sphere?
Or sorry, 2 chairs rather.
Whoa.
2
Bullshit.
chairs.
All right.
I cannot math today. 2 chairs.
No matter. And what is
There
our
we
category?
go.
It will be fixed in the show notes.
Yes. Next category is control. Then, did you feel like you were in control?
I never feel like I'm in control. Not with you, Master Sphere. Not with you.
Well, then my job here is done. But anyways,
At the end of the day, basically blasting the ships with the clickety and whatnot, and the jump button, that works fantastic. Have no issues with that. Navigating through the walls and making the human things do what they're supposed to do, and what I mean supposed to do, attack the guys that are invading the ship, a bit difficult. Even though it claimed to be full screen, it was a bit off kilter.
I played it in
It's-
window mode.
So I'm gonna throw it. What stinky 3 chairs on that? Not horrible, but decent enough. Bring it.
Well, I thought that the controls were adequate for what it is. When you have to abstract space combat and repairing ships and whatnot.
What do you
It-
mean
it- it
adequate? I mean, is this a candidate
Like-
for Oculus Rift?
Well, no, I you know what? I don't absolutely love the controls. I can't really think of another way you could spin them though, so I kind of went with them. I'm sorry, I'm watching Pedro type stuff in the show notes. It's very funny. But anyways, the door control can get a bit weird, and I do agree with Ven that maneuvering the people around can be a bit hectic at times, especially when you have missiles bearing down on you and you're trying to coordinate everything. So again, I'm gonna give it 3 chairs. They're good, not perfect.
3 chairs, you say?
3 chairs.
Well, let's screech over to the rage.
He-Man!
Yeah, no, there's actually no rage coming from me tonight.
I'll make something up.
Okay, I'll make something up. I'll once again grab what
Actually,
Jordan
better
said.
yet, tell everyone that during the breaks that Jordan was playing the piss out of this game.
Yep, that's true, actually. Jordan was all over the game.
Giggity.
But yeah, I'll take what Jordan
I
said.
spread my mayonnaise on my monitor. I'm not gonna lie.
I'll take what Jordan said and expand on it once again. Put some more words in his mouth. And for me,
Well, it's
the
fine
control-
because I'm gonna put some stuff into your mouth when we're done.
like you usually do. What else is new?
Yeah.
But this is where the game shines. I took my laptop out with me a couple of times during the week, and playing it with just the touchpad, it works stupidly well. It was freaking awesome.
Wait,
And-
are you saying something that would probably better suited for a touch device or a tablet works better with a touchpad?
Yep.
Lies! I don't believe it. Not for
Who'd
a
know,
second.
right?
Honestly, I think playing with the touchpad would be a bit weird though, just because especially when you're dragging stuff around.
I just want to play with a touchpad now.
All right. So for me, I really couldn't find anything wrong with the controls, and like I said, the touchpad controls work stupidly well. I was actually very positively surprised, enough so to give it 4 chairs.
4 chairs.
Jeez.
That's like, all right.
Well, I guess you gotta sort of harsh our buzz and throw some wrenches in our metrics.
Down to our Sierra Nevada category, which is our only subjective category.
Our Sierra Nevada category. Pay us.
Brilliant. Brought to you by...
That's what we should get. LGC sponsored by booze.
Yep.
Fueled by. Honestly,
Fueled by and sponsored by.
Would you shut up for a moment and
never go talk to the people about fun?
Hello, lovely people. Vinstone here. Yeah, I really do not. I don't get the hype for this game. No. It's like, oh, it's strategy. It's like, yeah, but when Master Sphinx said, it's roguelike, I said, yeah, that's what it is. In space. I guess it would be fun if you had a low-end PC with unlimited time, because you can tell a lot of love was just poured into this. Unfortunately, I don't have a low-end PC, and I don't have a lot of time. So, for our subjective part, I'm going to give it 1 chair. Look at that. It's a nope.
Well, I gotta disagree with you. Like most roguelikes, this is a pretty fun pick up and play. I had gone through the tutorial a few months ago and didn't really give the game much thought, and then when I had to pick it up again to review it, I was like, damn, this is actually kind of fun. Though, really, it's fun once you start getting other kinds of ships. The human ship is kind of terrible. Yeah, I really don't like it, but anti-ship drones are the shit. And plus, it's fun to play. It's fun to play Captain #1. Engage. So I'm gonna give this 3 chairs.
The force is strong with you, sir. So 3 chairs
yes.
for that.
Thank you, Gandalf.
Yes, so be the force. Bring it Mexican.
Okay. Okay. To be perfectly honest with you guys, I was actually afraid to start playing this game.
I hear you have a problem with him.
I suffer from acute game compulsion. I don't know if it's actually a thing. I just kind of made it up.
You actually sold your girlfriend. I mean, that's why Nori's not in the chat room anymore.
Don't you mean you suffer from little game compulsion? AKA
she
LGC?
fell asleep. But no, I suffer from acute game compulsion. It's what happens when you start playing a game and you just can't bring yourself to stop, voluntarily at least.
That sounds like a horrible, horrible thing. Because I've heard great things about this game.
Yeah, so had I, and even Yahtzee from Zero.
It's like crack.
He was all over this game, and a bunch of other reviewers giving it flying scores, and oh, it's awesome, oh, it's great, oh, okay. So I was actually afraid to start playing it. So, fortunately for me, it's not that fun. Unfortunately for the game, it's not that fun. So, 2 chairs.
Ooh. Well, time to math that up again. We might as well keep that graphic up because the average is 2 chairs.
Oh,
2 chairs. Yeah. What? Again? Well, this is the first faster than light lawn chairs in recorded Linux game history. But what's that mean?
That means that we gotta average this sucker up. So 10 divided by 4 ladies and gentlemen.
What's two mean?
Yeah.
Not sure if one. Now, is that fair? Final thoughts on my end?
well-
Shut up. I'm not.
Well,
Yeah,
sure.
Still talking. Yeah, see that? It's fine. For what we picked it up at, 2-3 quid. Fine with that. 10. Man, I would have never touched it, but that's a brilliant point about it, and I'll give it a little asterisk on that because I would have never bothered with it. It's not my type. I hate retro. Lawn, get off of it. It's fun. I can tell a lot of work went into the game. Spent some time with it, but meh. Yeah, not my dice, sir.
I liked it, and in fact, I'm actually not going to take the break to play more FTL because I have to use the washroom after this. But, but yeah, it's a fun game. I can see myself sinking some time into it.
Hey,
It's
Jordan,
good.
do you know
It's
what
a
makes
nice
the
little
game
pick up and
better
play, though.
while you're talking about it?
What?
Think about a cup of water with ice cubes jiggling. Go ahead.
That doesn't work with me. I have a bladder of steel. I just haven't pissed all day. But no, it's I thought it was a fun game. It's a good little pick up and play. It would be nice if it did have like a tablet version.
Yeah, I was kind of thinking that.
Yeah, it would work pretty well on a tablet. But like I said, these two didn't like it so much. I can see it is definitely addictive. It's not necessarily my favorite game, but I will.
Are you saying you can actually squirrel into it?
I can squirrel into it, yeah, and it's like most roguelikes. So I will say check this game out. You can get it
Is it
for
worth
10
10
bucks.
quid?
It goes on sale often enough on Steam, anyways, for like $2. So pick it up then. Make
You don't
up
have
your
to
own
worry
mind.
about that. We're giving away 3 copies.
Oh yeah, and we are giving away 3 copies. So if you do want to check it out, go to our forum and scream at us. Who is your favorite romantic comedy? Babylon 5 or Star Trek Enterprise? But coming up next,
Nope.
we get to read your hate mail.
Bzzz.
No?
We got the. You just forget him like he's Mexican.
Oh, right, yeah.
Jordan
thought he
always
was,
forgets me.
Anyways.
He was supposed to pick me up at the station.
He's a
the
lover
other day.
and he's a leaver.
Yes,
Yeah.
I am. I love him and I leave him. Pedro, tell him your final thoughts about the game before I segue us to that other segment.
Yeah, on my end, it's not okay. It's not for a PC game. It's not very fun for me, at least. It didn't exactly draw me in like I was afraid it would. But like Jordan and Ben already said, put it on my tablet. I have a 10-inch tablet back there. It would work swimmingly, and I would play the shit out of it on it. Put it there. Come on. You can do it. Please? All right, take it away, Jordan.
All right, so now that Pedro's got to have his final words in,
Well,
coming up next,
you know,
we dive into our mailbox.
And, I started this entire project. Then everybody sent us hate mail.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy like that. And guess what? We're going to read some of your hate mail live on the internet.
Oh?
And then we're going to laugh at you.
We spend roughly an hour per episode screaming in your direction. You'd think that you guys had something to say every now and again, right? Am I right, Vin?
Lies.
Lies? Okay.
Lies.
Maybe not.
I expect hate mail.
One thing is for sure, we do get some hate mail every now and again,
I
don't
get
we?
worried when we don't get hate mail.
Yeah, it's not that we need our hate mail. It's what keeps us going. If we're not hated, we're doing something wrong.
I mean, seriously,
See,
J-Man.
the entire LGC operation is run by a furnace that is fueled by your hate mail.
Yep.
Without it, we can't run at all.
All right, I'm out. Go ahead.
All right. John W. says, I've been running Linux since 1995 and changed distros 4 times. Slackware to
fucking
Red Hat to
adorable.
Ubuntu to Arch. And I type faster than any stupid mouse could move, thus my love for CLI. But I am a noob when it comes to Linux and gaming, so thanks so much for giving me an outlet that teaches, amazes, and makes me laugh.
I don't believe I think that's a plant.
I think that is a plant as well. We're on to you, Microsoft.
Well, if it isn't a plant, then I'm kind of willing to assume it isn't, because, you know...
Well, that's why the two of us are here, to make actual decisions.
I need to believe there's still some good left in the world, and some people who need to be educated. So, welcome to the niche side of the internet, you know? We had cookies, but Jordan ate them all.
Well, to be fair, they were my favorite type of cookies, HTTP cookies.
Come to the dark side. We do possess cookies. You get my word.
Cookies are delicious treats.
Up next on the hate mail. This is a long one.
Oh yeah, this is from...
Well, I speak French.
François
Since-
Chenet.
You're Canadian, Master Svay. I'll give you this one. Just because I know that you're not in French.
I'm
Canada.
Francois Chenet from
Let's deal
Nine
with
Dot
it.
Studios, and we are currently developing a space sim mobile named GOD Factory Wingmen. It will run on PC, Mac, and Linux. What will be great for Linux gamers is that our servers will be cross-platform, meaning that... Meaning that Linux users won't be penalized from being a smaller community since they will be able to game with PC, Mac, and Linux users. Besides, 9dots is trying to change the industry, not just for Linux, but for all platforms. You can read more about it here. Blah, 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 blah. We are currently on Greenlight and Kickstarter. We do have a public alpha that will run for now. Right.
I hear you.
Sorry
like this
about that.
business, right?
So, they say they will try to get a Linux version for July, but we can't promise anything. Well, now I regret mentioning that thing that I'm not supposed to mention. So, regards, 9 Studios. Well, 9 dots,
Whoa.
as I was so hastily reminded earlier on,
Oh, for fuck's sake. Go ahead.
please include playable Linux stuff.
Wait, do you mean that since we're a Linux gaming podcast and we're trying to mention things that should be available on Linux?
Yes.
That's not right, man. They should be able to make the game and maybe make it for Linux. Right, Pedro?
Wrong, Ven. They need a Linux demo, prototype, alpha version, something for us to play with. Otherwise, Kickstarter get no mention.
Yep. So, guys, moving on.
Wait.
Well,
I do have to
You
say
do?
that it's, from what I find out about the game, it's sort of like Guns of Icarus in space. Except it's only one person per ship, so you can't really blame your teammates for getting your ass kicked. So,
So basically, you're saying it's like Nori with the strap on, right?
pretty much, yeah.
Yeah. So at the end of the day, we have this train wreck. Who was going to take it?
I'll
Pedro?
take it.
or either
I'll
way,
take
I'm
it.
cool
You
with
guys
whatever.
already took one each, so I'll take this one. And the author is called Rui Curado. That sounds Portuguese. So he says, "Hi. At Zorian, we are developing a real-world forensic adventure game called Mark Lane's Logs. Project HUMAN. We would call it-
Human.
upon. We would call it a forensic alternate reality game. Farg. Farg. The game features an entirely new format and gameplay. Really. The player starts with just an SMS message from Mark Lane. From here, he has to reproduce Mark's steps to find what he found, and live a discovery adventure just like he did. The idea is to make the player feel that he's uncovering a real case. The game is heavily based on real-world facts and news, and is highly visual. Hundreds of photos will let the player revive Mark's adventures as if he was there. Okay, he's definitely Portuguese, because that's Portuguese wording right there. The game is still played on a computer device, but there is no software. The player is enticed to take challenge and go out to cyberspace looking for things that will help him discover and solve the case. The truth is somewhere out there on the internet. He's out in the wild. The internet is millions of times bigger than a computer game sandbox. It's kind of a 21st century treasure hunt, but much more complex, mixed with cryptography, problem-solving, forensic work, intertwined with a strong.
You don't have to read the whole thing to say it's a boatload of nope.
It's an ARG. If you like ARGs, this might be your thing.
Yeah,
I've been known to get sucked into ARGs, so
yeah, I still have to find an ARG that I really enjoy, and this one doesn't particularly sound like it.
So that's going to kind of be that at the end of the day, but there's nothing wrong with it. But
it's a scavenger.
My ear's going a bit off. Can't hear right.
Well, maybe we should test your auditory functionality by maybe doing something about it. I don't know.
It's
cueing some sort
getting
of
rather quiet
music
in here. Yeah, I'm with Jordan on this one.
Let's cue the music.
All right. Well, this was a fun episode, wasn't it? You can check us out at LinuxGamecast.com. Go to our podcast link over there. We got some RSS feeds for SD video, SD audio, and HD video. We got Amazon affiliate links for you to click and buy stuff. We got some donation buttons that you can click to go up on our wonderful little leaderboards. We have an e-stalking guide where you can go find us on the Facebooks, on the Twitters, on the Google Pluses, and on the YouTubes.
We got forums.
We got forums. We got our LGC BBS, Shatrealm 2, Electric Boogaloo. Go register there, post some stuff, have some good times. Brilliant. And we also have our YouTube page, youtube.com/LinuxGamecast.
Look at him. I mean, malnutrition.
Yep.
Malnutrition right there. There is your stereotypical unemployed, starving Mexican migrant worker.
We buy them in the
But we got lots of videos there. But if you want to watch the podcast, watch the sausage as it's being made.
No. Somebody's actually
okay, so let's cut it over to Pedro so we can talk about our.
Oh, fine. Let's cut it over.
Newman in our chat realm called it the fuck book, but no,
Facebook.
It's our Facebook page. It's still a developing community. Granted, it's only got like 49
Just pretend
likes.
the penises don't bounce off.
Yeah. Not yet.
Especially that really long one.
We're developing that technology. We'll get there, but not quite yet. So yeah, if you're on Facebook, drop us a like. You'll keep up, with the news, all the Linux Gamecast stuff. It'll show up there. Either me or Ven, perhaps Jordan. Even.
How about the Kiwis?
Yeah. How about some Kiwis? So we got our favorite subreddit, Linux_gaming. Check that out. Subscribe, upvote. Do some stuff there, and finally,
basically going to be it.
Well, I was gonna mention the live stream, and chat realm, but
fine.
Yeah, that'll about wrap. Yeah,
chat realm, there you are.
Chat realm. We want to.
Spang is your champion. Deal with it.
Yes,
you gotta deal with it.
I am the ruler of chat realm. But anyways, this guy is Venstone. You can find him at Venstone or plus Venstone on Google Plus or Twitter. That guy over there is Pedro Mateus. He's at unaccounted for or plus Pedro Mateus. And I who am pointing at my balls right now, am Jordan Svung, and you can find me at The Burning Fool or plus Jordan Svung on Google Plus or Twitter.
I think,
And then,
sir, ultimately, you nailed it, and the only thing we could possibly do to make it even better is to, if I was a betting man, wave at the lovely people. Balls.
balls.
Plenty of balls.